Hello, welcome back to my channel, the Earthstar Tribrid. I am your host, Earthstar Tribrid. So we're doing a pick a card reading on what is the Karmic's karma. Okay, this is going to be pile number 1, the blue block. Pile number 2 is going to be the green block. Pile number 3 is going to be the purple. I know it looks black, but it's actually purple. Okay. Pile 4 is yellow, and then pile 5 is going to be red. All right. So, disclaimer, remember to always use your discernment and do what comes naturally to you. Not everything will resonate, and that's okay. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Please keep your health in mind when doing breathing exercises. Try not to overdo it. There are many ways to use your intuition. Some pick by their favorite color, number, stone, etc. Some go by the first thing that comes to mind or the first thing they see. It always depends on you. However, if you are new to your intuition, here are a few ways to activate it. 1. Make sure there are no distractions. 2. Pause video during the selection process, like at this point. 3. Make sure you are sitting still while facing the video. And 4. Make sure you are to close your eyes, clear your mind, and while repeating the title of the video, you're going to be doing 3 to 5 deep breaths. In between these deep breaths is when you're going to be repeating the video title of the name of the video, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. For extra relaxation, you can roll your neck from side to side. And make sure you do this until you feel like you're completely relaxed. Like you just feel like you're not tense anymore. You're just kind of melting into the chair. Once you are done, make sure you open your eyes, and your eyes should fall upon your chosen block. Okay? If you are rolling your neck, make sure that your neck is back to its original position before you open your eyes. The second way is to close your eyes and cover them tightly with your hands, allowing no light to come through. As you repeat the title of the video and do your breathing, the shape and or color of the chosen charm, block, stone, whatever we have in front of you here, should appear. This also works when you want to learn how to align a specific chakra. If more than one color or shape appears, check out each of those piles. It is normal to choose more than one. Now, say if you open your eyes and your eyes fall upon either dead center in between a pile, either dead center above or below, you want to check out both of those two piles. If it falls above or below a single block, then you're going to want to check out just that one, okay? And it can be either one of those. Again, it all depends. So, all right. Take a pause, do what you got to do, and I will see you in your chosen pile, okay? Be back. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or to the channel. Welcome back. And if you pick pile 1, you pick the blue block, okay? 1 second, sorry. Okay, we're back. Okay, so for this one here, for each of the piles, I've gotten 3 piles of messages, a pile of messages, and then clarifiers for each one. We are to do these right after we get into this. Your first oracle card is Unity in Circle, or Circle for Unity. Whatever's going on in your life right now, know that you're in the right place. Like the circle, you're connected and part of a whole, even though you may not be able to see the bigger picture yet. This card is a reminder to trust your intuition and to keep moving forward, putting one foot in front of the other. Your path will become clearer with each step you take. And then on the bottom of the deck, for that one, we got time. Oh, it's taking us time to get to. There we go. This card's telling you that your time is now. Stop holding on to the past and obsessing what you did or didn't do. Ruminating on events in the past that you can't change has a damaging and negative impact on your state of mind. When you're trapped in this kind of Groundhog Day mindset, fear will stop you taking chances and seeing openings that present themselves to you. So it's time to change the channel. As such, make a conscious decision to take a quantum leap into your future to create new and positive experiences that will broaden your mind. However, to do so, it's important to pay attention to the here and now, and there's no time like the present. So that was your oracle. With here, this is basically telling me what they did. So with the lovers, this could be a marriage that obviously broke apart. Somebody made a bad choice, bad decision. Because you got the lovers in reverse, the fool in reverse, the queen of swords upright, six of cups reversed, two of coins upright, the empress upright, and then the king of swords reverse. So even this is also not an actual, marriage. I mean, like I said, it can be. You got to put it where it needs to go. But also here, you could put this in a business commitment. Like, say there's 3 people who join together to create some type of business or go in on a business. And let's say 2 of the people that are within that company are actually doing their due diligence. And then this one person over here, because I see the arrow shooting towards this person, the blonde. So it's giving me like there's this one fraction of the pie here that is not doing the right thing. Maybe they're gambling their money and it's hurting the company in some way. Maybe somebody's fallen into some type of addiction. Again, that can be also like a marriage. Somebody fell into addictions and this, that, and the third. This could also be a friendship. Somebody could be overstepping their bounds. Like somebody's boundaries, like say somebody's a little too flirtatious when they drink, and this person tends to like hit on anything that walks, basically hit on anything that has a hole or has a pole, whatever. There's something that's going on that basically caused a rift within a union, because we got the unity here. So some type of gathering togetherness is causing a falsehood. Like this could also be, a family splitting up. Or even, say you're a single mother or a single father that has 2 children, and one of these children is kind of going off on the deep end. All right, it's kind of giving me Euphoria with Rue, where the mother basically, she doesn't love her daughter any less, but like there's just so much you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. And so she decides to just spend, she basically says like, I love you, and if this is what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you, but like I'm not going to enable you. I'm not going to try and help you. You got to start to help yourself, basically. And she's going to put all of her time into the other child. So there could be something like that going on, where you got to make a choice where, all right, it's time for some tough love, because the love that I've been given and given and given is just not being reciprocated. So you just got to learn how to put up boundaries, but it looks like somebody's trying to break into one of those boundaries. We also got, like I said, faulty choice, bad decision, hesitant indecision, failure to diligently proceed, ignoring opportunities, and shyness. Like I said, this is somebody who's obviously made a bad choice within some type of group, whether it's business, platonic, or in, a union, marriage. Now, there's this one person, like, obviously they kind of see through the bullshit here. I'm looking at this right here, and I'm like, that kind of gives me, like, third eye. So there's somebody in tuned here that kind of sees through all the bullshit, and with the sword, I just feel like, with this right here as well, it's like, okay, unfortunately, we're just going to have to either end this, quit it, plans that may fail. With 6 of Cups in reverse, the future, opportunities ahead. I feel like once this person's cut off, with also difficulty in launching new projects. Okay, so obviously this person might get upset. Like, say if this is like a business, business merger between 3 people, and this one person needs to like is getting cut out, and they get mad, and then they want to kind of go out and do things on their own. If they haven't, fixed this addiction or whatever it is that's causing him or her to, not be a part of this group anymore, whatever they try to do is going to fail. They're going to have difficulties. They're going to see, like, once this person leaves, like, say this is a business merger, once this person is cut out, like, the company's going to flourish. This person's going to see that this person's flourishing. And also, like I said, like, if this isn't, the motivation behind a successful partner, this could also be in the sense of, like, if somebody got divorced, once they left that person, everything just started opening up for them. Whereas this person over here is not going to be able to do it. And with the King of Swords, it says cruelty, conflict, selfishness, sadism, a dangerous or wicked person, one who causes sadness or perversity. I feel like this person's going to has tried or will try to sabotage the Empress. And the way that he's sitting, okay, so like she's sitting right here, right? She's holding her stuff. She's like, I got this, no worries, no problem. Male or woman, man or woman, male or woman. But this guy down here, who's in his own throne, obviously it looks like, to me, from this angle, it kind of looks like a cardboard box. He's sitting on a cardboard box versus her, like, mountain-looking throne. But anyway, it looks like he's trying to, like, underhandedly try to sabotage whatever she's got going on. Whether, like I said, whether this is, like, a friendship, a business merger, and or a union. Whoever this person is, they are cruel. They want to see, like, the fact that it says a dangerous or wicked person. Like, if this person is, like, dangerous, I would definitely get a PFA, like, well, a protection order, basically, against this person. But it's also saying, like, don't be afraid to take the chances that you might need to be able to get where you need to go in life. Okay. So these are the messages. These are the clarifiers, or confirmations. We have, what did this one? This was, it was in reverse. Okay. One second. Okay, so as I was just gonna, because I didn't want to just keep letting the timer go as I'm just setting them out, you know what I mean? Or like trying to shuffle things around. So I'm not trying to make it long. Anyway, so as I was doing that and I saw some of this stuff. Now, it depends on where you're at on this timeline. This could be letting you know of a confirmation of things that you may intuitively thought are happening behind the scenes. This could be something that may be coming up later that you might find out. It looks like in some shape or form somebody might be dealing with a dark witch, meaning like somebody who actually does, like, spell work or whatnot, because they tried to attach a dark entity on your child because they couldn't get to you. Yeah. So, and they also, right over here, I was about to say there was another thing. They're abusing divination. Somebody's either hoping you won't fight back or doesn't believe that you are a fighter in some way, or believes that, you know, getting to this child would mean like it would be easy, like they wouldn't put up too much of a fight. We got the energy vampire out here, meaning that, say if you're in an abusive relationship, somebody, you know, that's probably why there was the split. Like I said, okay, so with this one here, where it says a dangerous person, depending on how cuckoo your ex is, okay, like I'm telling this, do not put it in your life if it's not part of your life, okay? Use your discernment on this, put it where it needs to go. If you are dealing with a cuckoo ex, somebody that you know will actually go to lengths of actually, like, where's it at? Like, for example, somebody could be marked for this. Somebody could be trying to get to you. Somebody who is an evil person. We have, they hired a hitman with an incurable STD to give to you so you can't move on. There's that. Depending, like I said, it depends on how bad it is. Somebody could, with property here, somebody could be dealing with someone who does property damage. With hospitalized, if you're trying to leave somebody, this could be somebody who put you in the hospital. And with insurance fraud here, I would be careful with signing anything from this person at all. Because like I said, it all depends on where you fall on the timeline, okay? So this is giving me a little bit of what this person has done, what they're doing now, and what they could possibly be doing to you in the future. Again, put it where it needs to go. Do not get paranoid. Use your discernment on what is going on. I'm also getting this this other situation, like say for example, you're dealing with somebody who's already in another relationship, right? You could be, you know, you could be in another relationship, or you could be, you know, single, all right? But what I'm getting is that there is a couple that might be trying to get you to um, be out of character, because we got eccentricity here. Maybe they're trying to make you look like a little cuckoo. In a way, they're probably trying to make it look like you need to be hospitalized, so that way you can lose custody. Because we've got, this is kind of giving me like a child vibe. So maybe they're trying to make sure that somebody stays out of the child's picture, or try and find a way to keep you away from the child. Because with this here, the copycat, they copycat you to make their dark deeds look like yours. So that's what I mean. Like somebody could be trying to make it look like you can't do, like, be a parent. Like especially if they send an entity to your child in a form of like your child not acting right. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden now they're way out of whack, and it's making you look like you don't know how to parent your own child. If you feel like that is happening, I would say spiritual baths. Basically, a bath with some Epsom salt. You can play some like cleansing music. I would sage the house, clean the house as well. Have a window open on. If you live in a big house, have a window open from either side of the house, both upstairs and downstairs. And then each of the bedrooms should have a window open as well. That way, when you're cleaning, you're just like pushing out all the negative energy. It's kind of like all the dust goes out. Click, click gives like confirmation. You could possibly also know that depending on how a relationship is staying together, you might know like the only reason why they're together is because it's all lust. There's like nothing else. We also up here, he pimps out his girlfriend in order to get out of legal situations. That's fucked up. We also have secretly in the same sex relationship living a double life. If they reach out, ignore them. again, like a form of them reaching out, like say if like this is somebody you just need to keep your distance from, you know, like just every time you deal with them, like bad things start to like happen, just because one, like in a form of energy vampire, like, and it doesn't even have to be like in a dark witch type of sense. This is more of like, you know, that whenever you hear this person's voice, depending on what they've done, it's like a form of PTSD. It triggers anxiety, so it could also trigger like any type of, you know, negative patterns you may have, nail biting, lip biting, overeating. Some people, you know, self harm. None of that is any good, obviously. But it's like knowing that you deal with this person sets off a certain trigger on you. You might want to keep your, you know, boundaries up and just ignore them. I mean, them just seeing their name pop up might trigger you in some way, you know. But we could also be talking about somebody who isn't practicing Wicca or like dark Wicca, who, you know, knows about energy transference. So like, you know, say if they reach out in a specific way and talk to you, or even, you know, coming up to you and talking to you, they know how to siphon energy that way. But that's a form of divination abuse. Now, this could also, with this marked for death, this could be reversed in the sense of talking to the karmic. This doesn't necessarily have to mean, and this could go both ways, okay? So this could be something that they're doing to the collective, or like the karmic is doing to the collective, or the karmic is getting done to themselves, okay? So say if the collective is marked for death, this doesn't necessarily also mean physical, you know, death. This could just mean a death to your finances. This could mean a death to your relationships, your businesses, you know, like your car could die. Like, it's stuff like that. It's these inconveniences that build up negativity for yourself. And a lot of the time, and that's where the energy vampire comes into play as well, because the energy vampire, if this dark witch is doing something where it is a form of divination abuse, like sending out, you know, dark negative energy, whatever. Like I said, this is in this type of timeline, okay? Put yourself in your own timeline. But like, say that's what they're doing, it's going to end up going back. But like I said, like, they know that doing that, if you react in the way that they are expecting you to react, that energy, that means it's working, and that energy transfers, and that's an energy vampire. Now, if you know that's what's going on, you need to rebuke that shit, okay? You might have to deal with the minor inconvenience now, but it's better than giving it that energy and allowing them to have that energy. So that's that whole reclaiming your power. You might be in Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. We also have Cancer here. Same situation. With Saturn in reverse, that's obviously House of Karma as well. So they could be getting negative karma, but any type of structure they try to build or foundation, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. They no longer, this could be the fact that their third eye isn't open, or this could be the fact that they no longer have protection. They will not experience any type of happiness. With the winter upright, it's giving me death. Like, again, marked for death. This is just giving me, like, you're not going to be able to plant seeds. You're not going to be able to harvest anything. Everything's just, you know, dead. With the horse upright, this person could be somebody who's like an animated, active, energetic character. You are, or they are. Somebody could have a Gemini placement. Somebody could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Aries. I forgot what the signs are with these guys. If you know, then you know. I already said Aquarius, so Aquarius is out here again. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and put this up and then go into the second message. 1 second. Okay, so again, depending on where you are at on this timeline, some of these can resonate, none of them can resonate, so this pile might not, like this message pile may not be part of your story for pile number 1, so you got to take it as it resonates. But some of it is matching up to what I was saying before, like with that, has sexual relations. Where is it? See, I didn't put these away yet. Secretly in a same-sex relationship, living a double life. So we got secrets again out here. So again, that could, be part of it. It says, don't do it. It's not worth it. Like I said from before, if stuff is happening in your life that's kind of throwing you off your game, like just rebuke it, reclaim your energy, just cleanse all that out, do what you got to do to center yourself, to ground yourself. Again, it depends on where you are at and who you're dealing with and what they're doing. They know people in the police department. This could be you. This could be them. We have Evil Witch. Again, the before, I believe it said Dark Witch. Yeah, Dark Witch. That violate personal space, boundaries, and peace. And that's right above domestic terrorism. This person can be younger than you. You can be younger than them. Now, I have specific like serial killer cards out here and specifically what they do. Now this is actually fallen right under younger. So I would be careful who you're around your kids with. Again, okay, so like say for example back to this card, right, with the lovers, how it's, let me see if I can show you. Maybe somebody here is doing something within the family that needs to be cut off, okay? Maybe you have children that shouldn't be around a specific person. Because with the card down here, right below younger, and right next to, they violate personal space, boundaries, and peace. And this is right, domestic terrorism, domestic violence. We have Wayne Williams, rapist, kidnapper, child molester, serial killer. Again, if you feel like this person is doing anything to your child, or your child is again acting weird, you might want to have a talk with them. See what's going on. Have them see some type of therapist or whatever. Okay. Again, it all depends on where you fall at. Somebody could be with, like I said, the evil witch and the possessed. Like that could be one whole other situation. This child, like these little kid attacks here. These, yeah, yuck. This could be a specific situation happening for somebody, like you might know it might be happening, but you just haven't really found any proof, or you're not entirely sure. You might want to have a talk with your child. The best way to do that is one, a child therapist, see what's going on, or two, get some dolls. All right, and like a male doll and a female doll, or two females, two male. However it's going to work for you, right? It doesn't matter. Just tell them, do you know where your private areas are? And they will point to the doll and be like, okay, has anybody touched you in those areas that made you feel weird, like not okay? Something along those lines. There's YouTube videos you can watch that will kind of give you an idea of what you can do to kind of see if that's what's going on within your family. I hope that it's not, but it's coming out for a reason. We got karmic feminine, karmic masculine. A different situation, again, it depends. Somebody could, somebody overstepping their boundaries. Your brother and or sister, depends on where you are, had sexual relations with your baby daddy, baby mama, which is right next to sister. This is like right over department of a store. That's crazy. Greedy. Like again, the lust is holding it together. Or isn't it? Yeah, lust is the glue holding it together. So secrets, death, rebirth, and envy. So say like this, say you're in this relationship and this sibling of yours or theirs, it depends on the situation, is envious of your relationship. They're going to try and find a way to like come between you guys, right? You guys could be going out shopping together and you could be like in a department store and this person tried to come on to you and you could, this could be a situation where they came on to you and you're just like, no, not at all, blah, blah, blah. And they're trying to cause an upheaval. And with, like I said, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth, you know, like, say if they did this and they wanted to get caught and they wanted you to act out, like they wanted you to act all possessed and shit, like going off and showing them like the domestic violence type of scene, any way to get you to like not have your child anymore, or you know, to make you look like you're the crazy one. But that's just called reactive abuse. Don't eat the food or drink pre-made beverages from the first one here. Again, like depending on, you know, maybe somebody would drug you to make you go to sleep, like put some, you know, sleeping ambient or whatever in your drink or whatnot, your tea, so you can go to sleep, and then your sister or brother can be hooking up with your spouse. This could be something that they were caught. This could be something they were caught doing to like an empress slash emperor. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get into the third marriage, and like I said, they know people in the police department. If they do know this, they can easily get you locked up just for acting out of character. So this is just to let you know to just don't react, just move accordingly. You know, like, got it, you clock that behavior and just go file for divorce at that point. Like, I would just pack my bags and just leave. Like, bye. Unless the house is in my name. If my house is my name, yeah, they need to leave. They need to leave. Absolutely. It's, yeah, no. No, that's my home. Either that or I leave and I immediately go to my landlord and let them know that I'm breaking the lease. They got 30 days to leave. Something along those lines. Oh well. It's what it is. Yeah, something along those lines, but. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this deck away. And then we're going to get into the final message for Pile 1. By the way, in this deck we have Scorpio, Leo. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the pile, this is message, the third pile of messages. Okay, so again, you got to put it where it needs to go. So somebody here, we got this again too. They are praying for dark forces to come take you, but God won't allow it. You know the boogeyman, and he also protects you. You're also had to find out the hard way. We got offerings and shameless. So depending on their offering to this person or to this entity that they're trying to come towards you, you know, they don't care. They're ashamed. They are so, and with Lucifer on his shirt here, like they are just so proud. They think they are so slick for doing this, right? Like this person could be, the person who's doing this could be very, very lazy, or they could be sending, you know, this type of energy to that other person. But with luck in reverse, this is not working. Like again, like whoever they're offering to, this is hilarious. Say somebody who is doing the dark magic, right? I'm just going to get this out real quick, and then I'm going to go into the other stories here. But say if somebody is doing this dark magic shit, right? The entity that they're giving these shameless offerings to is on your side. Like it could, like, again, like, we got Belphegor for the demon of sloth, and apparently, like I said, the boogeyman is on your side and also protects you. So this, whoever they're offering to is just gonna be, they're just looking like, wait, you're gonna give me this to go after this person? This person here? Really? Do you not know who this person is? Like, this is my brother. This is my, this is my pal. Like, we go way back. We're cool. Like, what makes you think I'm? I mean, you can give me that stuff, sure. I'll take it, but it's just gonna go right. Like, all this energy that you want me to send out, it's just gonna end up going right back to you because yeah, it's not gonna work. Right? Because again, like, with Venus in relationships, and then chastity in reverse, somebody could be not dating. Like, say somebody's trying to send you somebody who's this type of energy, and like that energy somebody's trying to send, like, say somebody's trying to send you an energy vampire to date. Like, somebody's trying to hire people to date you. Remember, I also said hired an like somebody with incurable STD. Where's it at? Yeah, hired a hitman. It doesn't actually have to be a hitman, but it's just somebody who they hired with an incurable STD to give you so you can't move on. Okay? So if they try to send this to you, and obviously say if it does work, but you're protected, it's not going to happen. They're going to end up like, they want you not to be able to move on. So this is probably what they wanted to happen to you. But again, like, you got the boogeyman on your side. We had property card come out also in the very first deck as well. With here, the FBI are investigating your family for the money and property they took from you, stolen inheritance. They illegally removed you from the will. That's out here. And if brought to justice, your ex will self-harm for everything he or she has done to you, guilty on all counts. And then with the fighter in reverse, like, they won't be able to fight that. Somebody can be a southerner, somebody can be from the south, or live in the south. You don't have to actually be a southerner to live in the south. You can move. We have, okay, so up here, we have one story. We have your parent. This could be a parent or a parental figure, okay? But then the sake of saying it's a parent, like, say you have a parent who is extremely jealous of you. We did have, what is it? In this deck here, from the last one that we did, we had Envy, Leviathan, for jealousy. Shit, the parent could be the Dark Witch, for all you know. You know what I mean? With the huge age gap, 20 plus years, again, that could be a parent. It could be a father, it could be a mother, because we do have father out here. Fraternity, somebody could be part of some brotherhood, or because we also had the hired somebody with an incurable STD. Say this is the baby father, right? But put it where it needs to go. Somebody's a baby father, and they hired somebody within their, like, little clique that they know has some type of STD by proxy, like, using others to act on their behalf. And then they could be hiring somebody to come and date you and collect information to bring it back to them. There's also that comes with the shameless offering. Somebody could be paying somebody to do this, obviously hired hitman. But again, if you're not even, say you're abstinent, you're not even dating at this time, so the chances of that happening, the luck of that is like zero. It's in reverse. Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Taurus. Oh, with first out here, I'm getting first house of Aries. Okay, your new coworker wants you fired, jealousy, envy. So you have that. Like I said, there could be something going on when it comes to work, like business relation. Okay, so if you're putting this in a business relationship side sense, again, that person doesn't really do all the work, but again, wants to sit here and take all the credit, all the praise. You guys are basically sick of it. You guys are busting your asses while this person barely does anything. And so you just lock them out. All right, you cut them off. That's where the Queen of Swords comes in. She comes in and cuts them off. No more, and you lock them out of all the abundance, right? Out of the fortune, out of the happiness, out of like the creative growth that you guys got going on with your company. He is no longer dealing with that. They could also be hiring somebody to come into work to see if they can get information to see what's going on in the company. There's that too. Okay, 1 second. We're not done, by the way. We're not done. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So I'll move that out. Cancer. Gemini, Libra. At home. North Node. Karmic justice is at play. Pisces. Vegas, Aries. So we got 4, 10, 15, 21. April 10th, April 15th, April 21st, October 4th, October 15th, October 21st. It's like somebody with a Neptune here that's giving you like illusions, daydreams. Somebody could be trying to find, like, do confusion cells. Like somebody's trying to create some type of abundance, some type of wealth, okay? All right. And then you got that one person who's basically, I'm getting like doing the most, right? Okay, somebody wants equal parts, all right? Somebody wants equal parts. The 3 partners, right? Somebody wanted equal parts, okay? It looks 2 people like were on the same page. Like somebody had a change. Not like a change of mind, but change how they not feel. No, wait, no, now I'm getting anger. Okay, so this one here, I'm getting like somebody's been blocked off emotionally. Okay, somebody's like been blocked off emotionally. We got that. This is making somebody mad because one, somebody probably wanted equal give and take, but you know, obviously this equal give and take is not proportionate, obviously. Like somebody's version of give and take could be like 80-20, where it's like you're expecting 50-50. You know what I mean? So this person's mad. So somebody's mad about that. Got money. 8th house. Nate. We got weeds, star, shredded. Somebody probably eats shredded wheat. Lettuce wraps. We got dry. Obviously somebody's. We got dry. Dry as a desert. Gnats, flies. Somebody could be sending spiritual flies, spiritual gnats. Information gatherers. Zevo, by the way. Zevo's amazing. I love Zevo. We got mice. Three. I'm getting the song 3 by mice. 3 by mice. Waffles. Somebody might like waffles. Hold on. I gotta look at. Hold on. I'm looking up that song. One sec. Okay. Here's the rhyme. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? So it looks like somebody's going in at something blind, like. This could be 3 people plotting and planning against somebody, like this Queen of Swords. Say this circle of people are trying to get after this Queen of Swords, right? There's something about this Queen of Swords. Okay. So you got 3 people trying to go after this Queen of Swords. You can put Libra in there if you want, but like they're blocked off. Like there's no emotion coming to this person. They cut off their tails. See how they are. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. So again, with that whole, I also got water out here. Somebody can live near water. Again, somebody. I'm seeing ninja, but somebody I can think maybe has self-defense or practices self-defense or knows how to defend themselves. We got West, Draven, Drake, music. We got Filthy, 50, Ellie, Andrea, Andre, Dre, Hugh, Huey, Tracy, Stacy, SWAT, Hunter. Activate the name. We got gun out here. MJ, weed, smoke. Gus, Gustavo. Haters. Hammer. Jasper. Casper. Jimmy. Again, not everybody is going to be on this really, really dark shit, okay? Some people, like, there's levels to it, right? There's the first level where, you know, no, I'm not condoning violence, but they might throw the plate to the floor. You know what I mean? Just to you throw the plate to the floor. That's one, okay? Level 5, slashing your tires. That's level 5. Level 10 is straight hiring people to fuck you up, okay? That's level 10. And to obviously kill you. We got Crystal as well. Patty. Calico. Somebody might have a cat, then maybe they're a calico. Essay. Maybe somebody has to write a paper, an essay. Maybe somebody still in school, a student still in school, or maybe you're a college student. Remember when we had that pre-made? Okay, so if you are a college student, okay, all right, this could be a group of guys trying to do this to a girl, like trying to put something in her drink. Just go home, girl. Just go home. Go home. Go back to your dorm. All right. Say no. No, thank you. And go back to your dorm. Okay. Because what was somebody could put like roofie your drink. Somebody could put something in your. See, I don't mind like say if I was smoking with a person, I wouldn't mind smoking with them if I saw them rolling up a blunt or something like that. Like if that were the case, I would have to see it. I could not just smoke something that's been pre-made because I don't know how they live their life. I don't know if they're gonna put anything in it. That's how they get you. I'm also seeing fentanyl out here. I'm also seeing lace, Lois, Utah, Arizona. Somebody could be Hispanic. I saw Nuevo. Ecstasy. I also see Etsy. Somebody can women can drug you too, and then rob you, and then sell your shit on freaking Amazon as whatever, dude. Nude photos. Yeah. Be very careful, okay? Alright, so for the Karmic's karma, like their actual karma, like what are they going to get? Like what was pretty interesting is that I was guided to use my, these guys, my Harry Potter card deck. I don't know why. I was just like, okay, well, let's get into it. Why? Why would you want me to use that? Okay, I had to make sure that we're still moving here. Alright, let me get incense going real quick. Okay, we're back. What is the karma going to be for the people dealing with in pile number 1? What is the karma for the people who are harming my collective for pile number 1, the blue block? What's the karma for the people harming my collective for pile number 1? Let's go through. A loss of finances. They're gonna lose all they're gonna be broke as a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. While you Yep. So while you get the King of Cups, obviously. So you get the chalice. You get everything. While they lose everything. So for pile 1, their main karma is that they're going to lose everything they've ever built. Is there any, do I need to pull any more from this deck? Do we move on to pile 2? Yes. Okay. Alright. So we're going to move on to pile number 2. That's for what you got for pile 1. And I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all. Bye. Hello, and welcome back. If you picked the green pile, you have picked pile number 2. This is your pile. Basically the same thing that I'm doing with pile 1 and everything else. There are 3 groups of messages. They can all coincide with the same thing. One of these piles of messages or groups of messages can resonate with you. 2 of them can, or not all 3. It all depends. Some of them can put together for you. Some of them can't. They're going to be telling a couple different stories here. You need to put it where you're at in your timeline. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Okay, so it's looking like, okay, so we have Queen of Wands in reverse, jealousy, deceit, possible infidelity, unstable emotions, fickleness, resistance, obstacles, opposition. Then we have 4 cups upright, weariness, aversion, disgust, and we got disgust again. So somebody did something that was very disgusting. Okay, they no longer have, whatever they did has no longer given them protection. They don't have, it's also that hint of crying wolf too. It's with this Ace of Cups in reverse. It's a change in abundance, like unrequited love, clouded joy, false heart, inconsistency. We have an elder and a minor here. There's 2 different things here, okay? Somebody could be, like a child could be looking up to a specific parent who's not doing their due diligence when it comes to being a parent, okay? And their actions are disgusting to the courts. Another thing is that somebody who's older is in fear that everything that they work so hard for, they're going to become this fallen angel, right? So with this one here, it looks like somebody, when you see this in the reverse, like this person had it all. They could have done something back in the day, like a long time ago, and they worked so hard to be such an inspiring go-getter, this masculine energy, just like they've done something. They could have done something when they were younger, and they have a fear of it coming out, and that will be the end of it, and they no longer have protection depending on what they did. Again, people are going to be upset about this. Another thing too, somebody could have gone out of their way to make you lose a job or get demoted or make you start, like we got van here. Somebody could drive a van, but somebody could end up living out of their van because of what somebody did. You know, like kind of like behind the scenes. And they could have done this to somebody a long time ago. And it seems like, you know, what is the karmic's karma? Like something now is coming into fruition. So again, somebody could have done something when they were a minor, and now everything's coming out now that they were are an elder. You might want to look into pile one because this was talking about an elder parent. The last group of messages is, I think it said, it said something about is this it? It says, yeah, huge age gap, 20 plus years. Okay, that was from the first pile of messages. In pile one, for the last group of messages in pile one, I believe. Um, somebody, this could be also talking in the sense of, you know, somebody not doing something right towards another child. Okay. Somebody took like some elder took action towards a child, and say this is like hired a voodoo priest or some shit like that. Because we got here, like, some tarot readers need to better understand their channeling and not be so arrogant. We may be gifted, but it doesn't make us better than anyone who isn't. Love and light. Somebody could have been inspired to do something to somebody who is hardworking, probably has children. This could have been, like, I'm in the reverse. This could have been somebody who has done this before so many times and uh, has always won. But now they have become this fallen angel because they came after somebody who does do their due diligence and is an inspiring go-getter type of person. So this could be in the sense of your spirit realm, or you know, your spirit team is disgusted by what this person is doing. So now they're in fear that they no longer have protection, and that's going to be the curtain call. We also have demoted, new job, career in reverse, and then we have demoted upright. Again, somebody could have been like this angel, this earth angel, the starseed, whatever, or somebody could have been in high status or had some type of high standing inside type of position, whether it's management. This could be somebody who's in management. Somebody who's in management could have done something disgusting to a minor or somebody younger than they are, and now they have been demoted and they are no longer, they are disgusted. Um, no shame to anybody who is a janitor or anything like that, but they can be demoted from general manager to like janitor status. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like that. With settlement payout here, again, somebody could be garnishing somebody's wages and they were caught. Somebody thought they had a really good idea, like an inspiring idea. With this, it's also illusions. So this inspiring idea could have been like, what do you call it? Wishful thinking. Somebody could like hip hop. Somebody could be from like city, urban. Somebody could be urban. This could be done by a friend, by a step sibling. You could be the step sibling, or you're the friend of this step sibling, or you know, something along those lines. That like they don't have to be that. You could actually be just a regular sibling as well. But somebody was held in some type of high honor and they're no longer held like, you know, with this like up like this, like somebody was held in such high honor, but now it's in reverse. So now it's just Yeah, it's shit. It's the end. Somebody could be getting fired, or again demoted, or something like that. Somebody could be getting evicted from their home and now has to live in a van. Something along those lines. Okay, so for Venus, Divine Feminine here. Have you lost connection with your feminine energy, your intuition, and creativity? Or are you a passionate romantic who has lost sight of the romance in your world? Learn to listen to the voice of your heart rather than always reacting from your head. Practice putting yourself in other people's shoes to see things from their point of view. Make a conscious effort to bring love and compassion to all of your relationships, even if you don't share a common value or belief system with them. And be sure to look for similarities with others rather than the differences. Okay? I could be talking to somebody who's, from the karmic side of things right now, and they're telling you to knock it off in the nicest way possible, for sure. Because if not, if this, say you're the karmic side of things and you're reading this or watching this, just know that you're if it's been working for you for so long, you're eventually going to end up messing with somebody who's just going to bring all your shit down. All right? And they won't, and a lot of the times they barely have to do anything. All right, so sun, hope, and brightness. It's your time to shine bright like the sun. You've come a long way on your spiritual road so far, and your purpose is becoming clearer. So take ownership of your life at this time. You may have been hiding your light behind other people, keeping yourself small and unseen, but this card's urging you to step forward, full of hope, and let your voice be heard. You have a powerful message to impart, and you need to let others feel the warmth of your rays. Now, on the bottom of the deck for this guy, we had Einstein. This card is preparing you for an inspired message from an extraterrestrial source. It may not at first be obvious. It may be delivered by a stranger, be written on a poster, or appear in a dream. You may have a light bulb moment, or an idea may come to you out of nowhere. Do not rationalize this message away by applying reason. Just accept it and say thank you. Know that it is intuitive download from a higher power that is your best interest at heart. Trust that it is a direct communication from your guides. That's a good one. Alright, so this was that one. So, so again, we're looking at somebody who at one point in time was able to do all this crap to anybody they wanted and just reap the rewards with no consequence, but apparently now they have messed with somebody who they can't do that anymore to. Not at all. Won't happen. Alright, so this is deck of messages for deck 1 for the messages. We're going to go into deck 2 real quick, so give me 1 second. Definitely check out pile number 1, because if you have somebody in your family, especially if you, okay, so say you have somebody in your family who has done something very horrific to you when you were a little kid. All right? You are now an adult. You have your own children. And this person is trying to be in your child's life. Okay, so this is a hard one, okay? Because, because there are people who are like, well, what do you mean, how is this a hard one? Because there are some people who still have those people in their lives and they talk to them, okay? And with that being said, if you want them to know their, their grandfather, their uncle, their grandmother, their aunt, whatever, I would suggest it's always supervised, okay? Like, you always make sure you maintain a healthy, reasonable distance. Like, don't let them sit on their laps, let them sit next to them on the couch or anything like that. It's just, it's supervised. Distance is always a must, okay? I would suggest very, very limited contact. However, like, because a lot of people are like, why don't they say anything? Because a lot of people carry a lot of shame. Okay, a lot of people carry a lot of shame because we got Ted Bundy out here, which was rapist, thief, murderer, serial killer, and child molester. So that's why I'm saying this for a specific reason. Okay, so no contact to extremely limited, completely and 100% supervised. You don't even leave the room to go use the bathroom. You gotta pee, your child's coming with you to go pee. You need to go grab a drink, your child goes with you to go grab a drink. And when I say, I mean like you go to the fridge and grab something out of the fridge. Yeah, out of the fridge. You don't keep your eyes off them for a minute. That's just That is just only if you feel like you're going to have some type of contact, okay? If there's some type of contact, I would say completely no contact, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, no contact, but I would say extremely limited and completely supervised. Because they do that now, even with the course, it's completely supervised behavior. Because usually, if they're really that bad, they would be in jail anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I say really that bad, I mean like they're continuously doing stuff not just to you, but or to try and do it to your kids, but to other kids. Like, obviously, they would continue to be in jail. But I would definitely say if that were the case, I would say zero contact. If anything, over the phone, talks, whatever. But very no contact or limited contact. But if this, because I'm talking in a sense of somebody being something done to you and now you're a child, now you're a parent. If you are a parent and you know something's happening to your child, there's no nothing. It's x nay. There's no nothing. There's no supervised nothing. You don't fucking come near my kid, period. If you know for a fact that somebody is doing something to your child, then I would say no. No contact, no nothing. You change your number. I would no longer exist to this person. We will be off the, like, obviously this person will most likely be in jail or under the ground, like 6 feet under. But I'm saying, like, what I'm saying in the sense of you as a person who has something done to you, if you still have some type of contact with this person that's done something to you, you would know better than anybody, okay? You would know better than anybody what you would be okay with at all, okay? And, if this person's not okay with it, then it's a no-go. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you would have this conversation with the person. But if this is somebody who is actively doing something to your child, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. They are, no. You cut that off immediately. And I'm just, as much as I want to say, like, sincerely, we obviously got to say figuratively, metaphorically. But yeah, if somebody's actively doing something to your child, ex-nay that immediately. With government and politics here, this could be somebody who's in government and politics that you're dealing with. Okay? Or this could also be somebody who doesn't have, what's the word that I'm looking for? Morale, high standing morale. Like, they just don't. Somebody could have more than 2 baby mamas, baby daddies. Your ex found out that you were going to be famous through a tarot reading, so super jealous. We got big age gap, 10 to 15 years. Again, that could also be, say the mother found, like, mother or father found out that somebody was doing something like this to their child. This person could be getting 10 to 15 years. Again, somebody could be a celebrity, somebody could be in politics, somebody could be doing some type of podcast where, so like say somebody's in government and politics, but they're like in a podcast, right? Obviously with the celebrity part, that's the podcast, and then the government is obviously what they're into, and they're both in reverse. So when you had disgust and everything from, like, they fear that everything they worked hard for is going to be taken away from them, that could be something. So maybe there's somebody, oh man, that'd be crazy if somebody is in a podcast who does government and politics and then they're found out to be a molester. Because shit has hit the fan. Your siblings are in on your inheritance being stolen. Again, that could be somebody who's in fear of having something found out. Like they stole all this money from you, and then now it's being discovered that they are no longer able to keep that, or they're just losing everything. We also have mutable in reverse, meaning somebody's not willing to change. Okay, so this could be the whole because honestly, I wouldn't even take the chance. Like even just his hands. Like if they wanted to say hi over the phone or something, like I'd probably be okay with that. But like just being in the same room, I don't know. I think I would end up seeing red, and then shit is definitely hitting the fan along with some red. Yeah. So fallen twin here, somebody could be married, and like a mother could find out that the father of their child, or their spouse is doing something like this, doing something inappropriate with children, and they're unwilling to change. Somebody's not willing to change something. Somebody could also be a thief. Like we don't even have to go that deep. Somebody could be a thief, like somebody who just steals. Again, somebody could not have with inheritance here. Something about what they've done could have been found out. Um, so somebody's holding firm to what they believe in. This could be you. So this could be you in the sense that you're not willing to budge on the fact that you can't be around my kids anymore. Or this could be in the sense of somebody saying that you know what, you with this ring here, like you stole it from me for the last time. Like somebody, like say somebody's in some type of drug addiction, they've been stealing to get money. We have Leo. With Leo upright and this rate with this spread, I'm thinking more of like egotistical. And with the sun, something's being illuminated, something's being brought to light. Is going to make somebody sad. We had the pig and the ox in reverse. Diligent, dependable, strong, determined, compassionate, generous, and diligent. We have diligent twice. So somebody who doesn't work. Somebody's very lazy. They're seen as very lazy. They're not seen as dependable. They're probably not. These are all the things that they probably are not seen as, or they're no longer going to be seen as because that's their fear. They're not going to be seen as this amazing person anymore. We have Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sag. A mother could be stealing from a child too. Because we got big age gap, 10 to 15 years, depending on what time, how old they were when they had the child. Like somebody could have had a child at 15. Or maybe their child is 10 or 15 years old and they found out they were left some type of trust fund or whatnot, and then, They had their money stolen from them. Maybe their siblings helped. And when I say siblings, they can't just be your siblings. It could be the mother's siblings or the father's siblings. But somebody could be sad that all this stuff is just. Somebody could be sad to find out that somebody did this to them. Like the mother, like their mother or their father. I'm like, like, wow, like I thought you cared about me this whole time. You didn't care. Somebody's not willing to be flexible. Okay. Get into the third deck of messages. Okay. So now this is the final deck of messages. So we're looking at the sacrificial lamb here. So you're the sacrificial lamb. You're the scapegoat. The earth sign is a hater. Air sign is a hater. Water sign is a hater. We have noise campaign, fibber, clout chaser. Somebody could be. We had the government and politics last time, so maybe somebody's not in government and politics, but they are in the military or served the military in some way. These are the things that they've been trying to affect in your life, like overeating, um, your home, family, femininity, foundations, relationships. Maybe you have a divine twin contract, and like I said, like when it said like your ex found out that you were going to be famous in a charity, right? That could also be like mean in a sense that you're what? One second. Okay. So, like I said, where they were talking about, where was it at? Hired a voodoo priestess, right? So, say somebody, you were the sacrificial lamb, right? So, maybe these are the things that they were sending out to you to fuck with you. But now that you're in like a more abundant energy, this could all be going back. So now they're the ones that are overeating. They're the ones having issues in the home. They're the ones having issues in their relationships and marriages. And, like they're the ones that are going to lose out in their divine twin contract. Um, Say this is with insanity plea here twice. Contact a lawyer, noise campaign, family, friends, youngest. You could be the youngest, they could be the youngest. These could be the things that have, like when I was talking about how somebody, like say you're older now and something happened to you back in the day, right? These could be the things that ended up happening to you, be like because of that unhealed trauma. And you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that this doesn't happen to your own child. Now, with the noise campaign, with the inheritance, maybe somebody's trying to make it look like you're insane. That just sounded off there. By the way, my air freshener thing sounded off. So somebody's trying to make it look like you're insane, right? They're fable fibbing. They're telling a bunch of lies about you. Maybe they're hiring people to make a whole bunch of noise. Um, they could be using children with youngest here. These people need an exorcism. They need an exorcism. Because now all this stuff, so everything they sent to you is going back. And now they're losing everything. Because when they found out that you were going to be, now this is a dark form of clout chasing. Maybe maybe these people in your family found out that you were going to be famous when you get older, and they did all this stuff to you to make sure that they can try to destiny swap in a sense. But like I said, like depending on what they did, they could have used that as a way to like block you for a while. But if you're now intuitive, you're in the sun energy of hope and brightness, like obviously all that's going to go back. It's not going to take effect anymore. And now they're the ones that are going to have to deal with it, and that's where that fear comes in. Because it all depends on the level of what they've done. Okay, Cancer, Libra, any water sign, any air sign, any earth sign. All right. We're going to do my big things here. We're going to pull some letters, and I'm also going to be doing some of these. I was pulled to pull some of these to see whether or not it will tell me exactly what the karma will be for these individuals. Okay. Before I forget, okay? So the back of the card deck, for each back of the piles that I got for the decks for messages, I wrote down what was on the back. Okay, for the first pile, I got Alchemist. And that was hired voodoo priestess. So somebody was a good alchemist. Somebody's been able to do this many times to other people. All right. The second one on the back of the deck that I got, because we were talking about like somebody did this to somebody who was younger, and now that you're a parent and you have a child, right? On the back of that deck, it said grandfather. All right. And then on the back of the third one, all right, check this shit. After we just had this conversation, I wrote on the back of this deck. I wrote down what was on the bottom of this deck. It says, your family is keeping you from manifesting by use of dark magic. For the confirmations, we had the earth symbol for the first deck. It was said earth. So the earth is the fertility and creativity. So somebody was trying to affect that with you. The second pile on the back of the deck is puppet master. So somebody was doing the strings. And then the third one was on the back of the deck said water. Okay. And that could be any water sign. Or somebody could be using their your your little heartstrings, the puppeteer is trying to play with your heart, the little heartstrings, trying to get to maybe manipulate you to let them do whatever, okay? Because check it, like say your child's going to be somebody special when they grow up, and now your family also knows this too and are trying to go in and try and do this to them as well, since they did it already to you in the past. You know what I mean? But you already now know that. I mean, if you intuitively know this is your confirmation that that's what it is. Okay, so now they're trying to come back in and try and do this to your child. Scorpio, Leo again. Somebody looks like it's trying to skip. Taurus, Aries, Mercury, Pisces. We have Earth again. 18, 24, 12, and 6. 6 can go into each and every one of those numbers. 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. That's South Node. There could be communication about an Earth sign in their South Node. It looks like somebody thought they had a really creative idea in order to get money or to have some type of change, a created change in their stability. But they're blocked now. And that's a positive. That's affirmative. You're blocked. You're blocking that from happening to your child. If this is them trying to do this, like, you know how they say, break the wheel, like you're not continuing the cycle. You're breaking the cycle. Bless you. I'm seeing Gemini a lot, so there might be something about heavy in Gemini. Something Gemini season. Or there's a lot of talk going on about the fact that they are blocked and they can't do anything. Okay. Again, it doesn't even have to be that heavy when it comes to like child molestation. This could just legit be somebody trying to hack your finances in some way or your creative ideas. Like this, somebody's trying to take that, like change that to theirs in a sense. Like they're trying to skip those steps and make it theirs. And they've probably been, like I said, they've probably been able to do this for a very long time. 2, 3, 4. So they could have done this up to 4 times. And you're the 4th person. Somebody could be in their 20s. June 12th, June 18th, June 24th, December 6th, December 18th, December 24th. Woo, come back. We had 7, Capricorn, 10, Sagittarius, Leo, question mark, hashtag, or number sign. That's M. Moon, mood. Somebody could be moody. Moody Air Force Base. Nellis Air Force Base. Wood. Winter. Lovey-dovey. Somebody can act all lovey-dovey. Like I said, playing at your heartstrings. We got Ozzy. Osmond. Yunez. We got Magic. Jin. Not like, I'm talking like a Jin, like Djinn, alright? But we do have Jen out here as well. Jenny. Miguel. Somebody could say amigos or like amigos a lot. Mojo. Mojo Jojo. Powerpuff Girls can be significant. Something about Christmas. I'm getting TWD, The Walking Dead. Maybe somebody likes that show or used to watch that show or likes the comics. Because I do see comics here as well. Velvet. Somebody could have some type of velvet in their house. Cozy. Susie. Sue. Gun, like Gunn, or Gunner. Old. Older. Sold. Rigorous. Somebody could be rigorous in some way. We got vomit. Somebody's going to be sick when they find out about this. MRI. Somebody probably has to get an MRI done for whatever reason. That can become part of their karma. And they can get sick from that. We got summer. Jung. Jock. Lewis, Lewis. Sock, something about a sock. Somebody lost a sock. Kevin. Sun-kissed. Or sun-kissed. Somebody could have sun-kissed glow. You or them. Clown. iCloud. Duets. This could be a second time somebody's doing somebody or somebody's doing something with help now. Got Doctor. We have Eve. We got Game of Thrones. I see GOT. Cousin. Melvin. Okay. When it comes to pile number 2, what is the ultimate karma for those involved? Oh, no. What is the karmic's karma for those involved? Pile number 2. What's the karma for pile number 2? Let's go through karma for pile number 2. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Somebody's going to be... Okay, so we got the Triwizard Cup in reverse, we got the Cauldron in reverse, and then we have the Chocolate Frog. Somebody's going to be kissing nothing but frogs for the rest of their life. I think we had Divine Twin in reverse in here, right? Hold on a second. Yeah. So they're not gonna find that's their karma is never gonna find their Divine Twin. They're just gonna run at their cup over to like anybody who's willing to give them any type of attention, but it's just gonna be because remember what they said, like, hey, watch it. Oh, that's rotten luck. They only got one good jump into them to begin with. Like, it's just like, when you first get with this person, it's just like, oh, yay! And then that's it. That's it. You're just kissing a chocolate frog. The frog does not turn into a prince. So whatever thought, whatever abundance and love, and and this doesn't even have to be actual divine twin. This could just be admiration from the people they've grown this like whole double life with. Did I have that in this one? If I don't, it was from the first one, and you should definitely watch the first pile. Hold on. And I think it was in the first one. But yeah, so you might want to check out the first one. But that's basically what they're saying. Like, these guys, like, don't worry if you think that they found, like, say somebody left you, right, for somebody else too. Somebody left you for somebody else. This person is not living up to this other person's expectations. They found out that grass was fake as shit, and they're stuck there. Because even if they were to leave this person, they wouldn't, yeah, even if they tried to leave this person and go be with somebody else, it's just going to be another chocolate frog. No matter what they do, like, every plan that they have from here on out is never going to succeed. Also, you can be looking at somebody who's now with the bottom down. Somebody's going to be, say somebody has to go to jail for 10 to 15 for being a child molester. Bottoms up is what I'm getting. So, don't worry. They're going to get their just desserts. Literally. Chocolate frog. Alright. So, that's what I got for pile number 2. If you like, share, and subscribe, please. And I will see you guys on either another pile or maybe on the next raid. Alright? Love y'all. Bye. Okay, welcome back. We have pile number 3, and that's the purple block. Okay. Again, so I mean, like, there must be somebody here watching, but like, again, these things don't really necessarily have to mean that this person's actually doing these things. I'm getting more like burglar, but it could be any one of them. We have the Richard Ramirez card come out, so this person can be one of these things or a couple of these things. But again, you got to put yourself where you are, okay, in the timeline. It doesn't even have to be that deep. It can. It doesn't have to, okay? Somebody could just be trying to steal your time, steal your money, because we got business out here. Somebody's trying to steal energy. It all depends on where you put this, okay? So, door. No, you're good. Thank you, honey. So we have the multiverse, which is pretty interesting. We didn't get this card before. This card is a reminder for you that every decision you have taken has led you to where you are now. So there's no point in looking back with regret. What's done is done. Start from here and be mindful of your next decision that will influence your life, and as it's you in the driving seat. Yes, certain things are down to fate and destiny, but if you don't like where you are, then take control and change what you can. No one else can do it for you. However, it's important to know there's a difference between what you can change and what you can't. Fate can't be influenced by your actions. That's in the hands of a higher power. Damn. Okay, so on the back of that Oracle deck, we have Comet, The comment on this card is a messenger coming to you from afar, bringing a burst of powerful energy to tell you that change is coming into your life for the better. While its arrival signals the death of something old, maybe the end of a relationship, a job, or an outworn way of thinking, it also means the birth of something new. Even though there is likely to be a period of adjustment and feeling unsettled, you'll look back and know in the end that the change was for the best. Don't be afraid to reflect on any past mistakes or shortcomings at this stage. It's a time to take stock and adjust to positive change. Embracing change will lead to spiritual growth and further new opportunities. So here we have the Hierophant in reverse, the Five of Wands upright, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Foolish exercise of generosity, repeated errors. So somebody hasn't changed their ways or is refusing to change their ways. Renunciation, somebody's repeated errors, frailty, for kindness, foolish exercise. Unsatisfied desire, struggle, labor. Somebody's not set. Nobody can. Okay, so whoever this is cannot be satisfied. There's something about this person that can't be satisfied. Somebody likes to trauma bond. Because we got Chiron in here. It says turn trauma into wisdom. But what I'm getting here is like somebody like. Okay, so we got Mark of the Bustard here, which is basically shaman energy. But I'm getting this as more somebody who's like a dark shaman. Because we have false religion, so this could be in the sense of somebody who does false religions. Distorting truths, focusing on half-truths, fear-mongering, gang-stalking, intimidation by use of religious beliefs. And that, like I said, they can be using like trauma to do that. Is going to take whatever this. We also got work colleague here, so somebody at work could be in their south node, just business. Maybe say this is just like I said, this is just business, but somebody, maybe there's another work colleague here that doesn't like how close you are to another person and spread a rumor about a secret pregnancy that's obviously false. You could be a very shy person, or the person that you're friends with can be very shy. Somebody can be from the island, or say like you guys went on a business trip. Say, like I said, say it was strictly business, because it says just business here. You guys went to a business trip where it's on an island or something like that. And somebody started a rumor. Okay, because somebody could also be doing this, saying that it's somebody's work colleague, somebody saying that the work colleague is just business, and maybe somebody's hiding a secret, like really, really, really hiding it well, a secret pregnancy. It could be that deep, but I'm getting more of like, this is just a work friend of yours. You guys get along very well. And you guys traveling for work is just business. It had nothing else. Like, say for example, like this work colleague of yours can be the most masculine, straight, coming off straight person you could ever meet, but secretively they're like, they're I wouldn't say they're closeted. It's more the fact that they come off more heterosexual than homosexual. Like, it would be surprising to know that this person has like a male partner. Like, if you were to meet this person, you talk to them for a while and you notice that your wife is like seems a little handsy with this guy, but then like it turns out that this guy's actually married to another guy, and they have this whole life, and you would never think for one moment that this person was like gay. It could be something like that. So it's just some type of gossip going around the office. It could be something along those lines. Preserving and protecting nature and mankind, to mankind and manhood, communication, wit, and cleverness, God of messengers. So, like I said, this could be some type of negative gossip. An island, this could be like a small work group. You know what I mean? Like this could just be a bunch of, like you could work in a place with only like 20 people. You know what I mean? Inside the building on a regular day. Like the company could have way more people, but with inside your building, there's like 20 people tops. And like, say you're the new person, you just get along very, very well with this other person. They instantly just want to sit here and start some shit. And we got here, don't take the bait. They want you to fuck up. So like, say they want you to be confrontational. Maybe they want you to quit or get fired. Maybe they're jealous of you in some way. There's that as well. Like I said, with the burglar here, somebody could just be stealing your energy, your time, just making you upset. With the White House in reverse, it's like the same way if I were to get the Patriot in reverse. It gives me Hierophant energy, where somebody who's supposed to be traditional, authoritative, like they're just not. Just, ugh. With false religion here, like somebody, like false religion can also be distorting truths, right? So somebody's just spreading false gossip. So it doesn't even have to be something like on a Jim Jones level. You know what I mean? Um, with the courage here, somebody could see like this Hierophant in reverse could be jealous of you and sees you with somebody who has a lot of courage, observant, hardworking. It's courageous again, confident, intelligent, enthusiastic. And this person wants to put an end to some type of lot. It says here affairs. So they're like, this could mean like somebody could be trying to sabotage this romance and love and cause a bunch of drama, but it's not working. Also, with affairs in reverse here, this could mean that this false gossip is obviously just like a false rumor. Like there's no affair going on. So this just looks like something along the lines of just a lot of word of mouth, like a lot of talk. Like these people just talk. But if you go to confront them or whatever, they're all like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What? What? No, it wouldn't be me." Okay, so with Aries, first house, some Aries, Leo, um, Aries again, heavy Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Virgo. Mm, okay. So, I mean, the Chinese zodiac, the rooster, the dragon could be significant. With self appearances, beginnings, the body, first impressions, attitude, identity, approach to life. Somebody could hate the fact that you're really like in the positive aspect of this part. You know what I mean? They may not be, or they're trying to sabotage this for you in some way. And then anxiety here, like this shit is just gonna cause these people so much anxiety. They're trying to cause you anxiety, but if you recognize what it is, because it was talking about something about being intuitive, then you might want to like your turn. Your say this is stuff that's happened to you before, right? This has happened to you before, so you know how to navigate it. And because you know how to navigate it, it's going to cause them straight anxiety instead of causing you anxiety. So all these things that they're trying to negatively affect in your life isn't working. So now it's affecting their life, their first and fifth house. And possibly third, sixth, and whatever they have going on in Chiron. Mm-hmm. So somebody could be talking ill on your name, just defamation of character. Okay. Okay, this could actually coincide with pile number 2. Because we had grandfather come out at the bottom of the deck. Wait, do I have these coming out the right way? Hold on a second. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Somebody can't. Okay, so we got Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. Again, it all depends on where everybody falls on this aspect. But this has been coming out heavy, like rapists, child molesters, kidnappers. Here, like they've been coming out heavy. Like somebody's very. I mean, even if it's not that deep, like somebody's very much trying to put an end to something. You've been look at this. You've been targeted to steal your abundance and wealth. Somebody could be lactose intolerant. Somebody could be a divine warlock. With country bumpkin here in reverse, that could just mean that you're not from the country. You're more a city. Like you're not like they can. Okay, what I'm getting hick is somebody like not all people who are when they call them country bumpkins or hicks and stuff, they think of them as low IQ, but you're not low IQ. You're not somebody who has a low IQ. Okay. And when it says watch out for overindulgence, remember moderation. So if they are not, you are. Okay? Hidden cameras here, I mean, like, if this is a boss who thinks that, with your trying to steal your abundance and wealth, like somebody's trying to mess with your money, right? Whether it's like how much you're getting paid or your hours. So they feel like they can manipulate, your pay in some way and watch you on the camera, like Big Brother's watching, and they feel like you probably you're not aware of this, but you are, you are, you definitely are. Are these out the right way? No, it's this way. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So somebody can be in a negative masculine energy. Again, this is like some type of boss energy. You could be lactose intolerant. They can be lactose intolerant. They could be a grandfather. You could be a grandfather. Like, say you're an elderly guy that's working a job and, they're trying to get you to retire early or finding ways for you to not get your pension or some shit like that. Affirmative. With Jezebel here, like with this type of energy, I'm getting somebody who's done this multiple times. Like serial killers, like I'm getting somebody who's done this multiple times. Like this isn't the first time they've been able to do this to somebody. With Scientific Research Institute, they can't, with the hidden cameras here and with the low IQ in reverse, like even though I know like not country people are stupid, it's just the stereotype that they get, unfortunately. So, like, say, like with the magic stick here, say you're somebody who has the Midas touch, all right? Hopefully, you're not dealing with somebody who, does sexual harassment at work. Hopefully, that's not the case. But I guess if that is the case, then this person doesn't know that there are hidden cameras catching everything that they're doing. They're going to get caught and get in trouble. Even if it's like stealing wealth, maybe these cameras are on them, watching them doing something that they're not supposed to. And they don't think that they're being, watched. With this in reverse, they might not think that they're being watched. Or, like I said, this is a higher up trying to get you fired, and, they're trying to fuck with your resources in some way. They're using Big Brother to watch you, but unfortunately they can't. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's not repetition. I mean, it kind of is repetition. They're trying to see if they can clock the things you do and for how long, so that way they can use that against you. Like say it takes say it takes one time for you to do something like really fast, but then another day it takes you longer, and another day it takes you like right in between that time. It all depends. Like say it's because like busy hours and this, that, and the third. So there's no way for them to actually pinpoint a good way to like make it look like you're not doing your job. Like you don't keep the routine. You always change up the routine so they can't target you. They can't target you because you're so inconsistent with your routine. This is the only time I would say inconsistency is key. If you don't want people to watch you and find a way to like, because that's with because we have burglars in the first one, right? So you're looking at somebody who does this multiple times, somebody who's been watching you to see when they can come in and like try and take from you, like that Jezebel energy. So somebody's in a negative masculine energy, a negative go-getting energy. This person is not calm, this is not a gentle person, and this is not a sympathetic person. Okay? Only you know where you fall in this. But, if it's getting to the part where it's really like that deep, like that freaking deep, you gotta do what you gotta do. Put up some hidden cameras, catch the motherfucker on camera. That way you can put them away for a very long time, like how that like the multiverse was talking about what we can and can't control. If you feel like they're going to do something, put a camera up so that way they can lock them away for a very long time. All right, and now we got the final one for you guys here. Here, let me stop this so that way you can get I'm not trying to wait 2222 on the timer. All right, so this is the last messages thing. So here's another thing that I'm getting. Say somebody, okay, when they were talking about like the child molesters and stuff like that coming out, maybe somebody's gossiping negative shit like that about somebody who say this is a father, right? That hasn't done a thing, but this negative mother, baby mama, is trying everything in their power to make sure this dude never sees his kids, right? Because we got deadbeat on here. Maybe this person is trying, because we said like telling people lies about you to get people to hate you. What if this is a person that's been trying to make it look like you're the worst person imaginable, like the most disgusting thing ever, but it's not true, okay? I mean, it could be true. You got to put yourself where you're at. If you know for a fact this person's a deadbeat and is a raging, you know, lunatic and has been touching young children and all this other stuff, then yeah, do what you got to do. And the fact that we had Richard Ramirez came out, I was even thinking about saying that maybe somebody is, dark hair, maybe Hispanic descent, dark features, because we got second language out. It doesn't have to be Hispanic, it just be any other language. Somebody probably speaks two languages, or this could be dealing with somebody who only speaks a second language. Like say if your primary, where you're living at, your primary language that you speak is English, but this person is strictly Spanish. Like if you were to be in a room with this person, you would have to be the translator, or somebody else would have to come in and translate for this person, so you don't have to talk to this guy or girl, whatever. Something along those lines. We also got oldest. You can be the oldest. They can be the oldest. Somebody could be a deadbeat. So the undercover cop fell in love with you after finding out your true character. Now, they don't have to be like head over heels, want to marry you and love with you. They could just have fallen in love with your character. Be like, they probably came in thinking like they had to look into you for some reason. because I was getting insanity plea somewhere a few times. It came out twice somewhere, but it was talking about like how people were trying to make it look like you were the one that was crazy, right? So say somebody was saying something along those lines and they got the undercover cop to like look into you, but come to find out that you're not this deadbeat raging whatever or whatnot, like you're actually a good person, something along those lines. Or some deadbeat raging deadbeat did this to you so that way you can get in trouble, and this person fell in love with your character, found out that, like you're this charitable Earth star. Like this deadbeat, raging deadbeat was probably trying to make it look like that you were this like evil, dark person. Like we have the Earth stars in reverse and we have charity in reverse. So with Pinocchio here with the liar, and then Plunger, somebody was trying to like, this liar was trying to make it look like you were doing something, but this guy, this undercover cop, found out the truth, and now it's like basically cleaning out the lies of anything. But this person's anything but not charitable, and not like this person is an Earth star. Person is charitable. This is a sweetheart, basically. We have 12th house, endings, healing, closure, spirituality, solitude, karma, death, illusion, subconscious. We have Pisces. Um, do I not have anything else out here that tell me anything? Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio. I think that's it for that. Alright. Alright, don't go away because I gotta do these and some letters, and then I'm doing something else on another poll. 1 second. Okay, but so it looks like somebody. I'm mostly getting somebody speaking another language, like somebody speaking about you in a different language, like talking bad about you in another language. Maybe somebody is of a different language. I don't know. So this person is just, like I said, this is just a very negative person. They just lie. Um, they're going to be just experiencing a lot of violent strife, a lot of conflict, obstacles, struggle. Probably have to be working for the rest of their life. They have to fight for everything. Especially if this guy has to go to prison. Somebody's definitely going to have to learn how to defend themselves. Severity, austerity, dogmatism, deliberateness, intolerance. Yeah, people are not going to be tolerant of this type of behavior. Assistance with an ulterior motive, treachery, diminishing adversity. Beware of help offered, adverse business advice. Beware of help offered. People, okay, so with that situation, like somebody that doesn't like you at work is offering to help you. They most likely are trying to sabotage you in some way. They're trying, like, say what you're doing is a two-man job, and because you've been doing it longer, they can use that as a way to like fuck up and make it look like it's bad on you, or you didn't teach them properly. Something along those lines. Okay. Something could be happening inside the home. 2, 18, 2, 8, 18, and 22. These can be ages. These could be, well, it could be February 8th, February 18th, February 22nd, August 2nd, August 18th, and August 22nd. We got Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo. We got Chiron again, because I do believe we had Chiron come out before. Yeah, Chiron came out again. So wounded, trauma, something about trauma bonding, or turning your trauma into wisdom. Maybe somebody needs to transmute. You're greater than your trauma. Don't let your trauma rule you. Stay in your North Node. Moving forward. If you transmute your trauma, it's going to get you some fortune. Meaning, if you tell your story, something could have happened when you were 2. Something could have happened when you were 8. Something could have happened when you were 18. Something could have happened when you were 22. But whatever it is, this emotion, these thoughts, this passion that you have, like, I would box it up and profit off of it, honestly. If anything, like, try to make a story off of it along those lines. I'm getting like rising above your rising above that. It will give you like a controlled career. It will be with Sagittarius on the side there. It's giving you freedom to love to choose your passion. And then with this, like, it's going to give you a stable income. Negative changes will be happening in their life. We got Gemini and Aries. 10. Sal. Sarah. Mormon. Moore. Room. Tasha. Ribs. Ran. Ramona. Ramon. Zar. Ben. Beth. Barn. Something about a barn. Hookah. Rum. Soma. Suburban. Suburbia. Suburbs. Iowa. Utah. Bismarck. That's North Dakota. Something about winter, Christmas. Rash. Trash. Moose. Mouse. Raja, Raj, Room, Rue, Sunburn, somebody who gets sunburn easily, Bolt, maybe somebody has a parrot or some type of bird. Bless you. You good? Tricks, skirts, sand skirt, something about we got Israel, Iran, Israel, Arabia, Saudi Arabia, mask, aura. And I'm also seeing casket, crush or rush, the band Rush, ASMR. Somebody probably watches ASMRs. We got TikTok. Okay. What is the karma for pile number 3? What is the karmic's karma for pile number 3? What is the karmic's karma for pile number 3? Karmic's karma for pile number 3, please. Karmic's karma for pile number 3. Alright, well, last go. Last go through. Ooh! Okay, so two splintering strong mints. Okay, so with two splintering, I'm getting, because like somebody's sitting here talking a lot of shit, has been doing a lot of lying on somebody's name. We're talking somebody's getting some like tooth pain. Something's going on with their mouth. Maybe they'll get an abscess. They've got to get a root canal. Um, Everything's connected to the throat. So they could get an infection of some sort, or they could get strep throat. They could get some, because they're sitting there talking, right? They're using their mouth. They're going to get some type of pain in their throat or in their mouth because they don't know how to stop running their mouth. Okay. We also have Aragog in reverse. And then we have the sorting hat in reverse. Okay, both of these things, like the sorting hat was being held, is always held in high regard. It's always telling you what to do, where you should go, right? You're no longer listening to them. And Aragog, Hagrid took care of him and let him go, right? Because there was that thing where like there was something going on. I think it was the second moon, Chamber of Secrets, where they thought it was the spider doing everything. So Hagrid went ahead and let him go, right? And then he ended up thriving. Like he let him go, and he ended up thriving, right? Well, eventually Aragog dies. So I'm getting somebody who had high authority over you that told you what to do, where to go, and whatnot is no longer, well, one is no longer going to be doing that because you don't listen to this person anymore. Two, you wouldn't take their word for it even if they did tell you. And three, this person could possibly like be passing on. Like again, it depends on where it goes with the potions in reverse. Whatever they've been trying to tell people, because this is 3 for communications as well, it's giving me more along the lines of somebody's been whatever somebody's been trying to give people to take to, like, say they're being given a potion about you, and it's all the lies that they put into a bottle and is now serving it to all these people. Is no longer going to work. Okay, so, and if they don't, and if this is not in a sense of they are so bad that they are going to die, right? This could be in the sense because they don't know how to keep their mouth shut. That spirit's going to do it for them and give them like hella mouth pain, whether it's throat, whether it's I mean shit. Depending on how bad it is, you can look at something like their tooth getting infected, and then they're gonna have to go to the hospital to get all that shit drained out and stuff, and that's gonna be a hefty bill. So that could be the situation there. All right. So that's what I got for pile number 3. If this is all of your pile, I will see you on the next one. You can either go ahead and watch the last 2. And like I said, pile 3 seemed to be in coherence with pile 2, so you might want to check that out. If you don't want to, it's fine. I'll just see you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all. Bye. Hello and welcome back. This is pile number 4. If you've chosen the yellow brick, we are on pile number 4. Okay? Or brick, the block. The yellow block. Okay, so this person dispute or ruin over a woman, impulsive mistakes, conceited fool, simplicity, disunion, a trip or journey, especially by water, travel, voyage. And we also got Africa over here. Somebody could be traveling to Africa. Or Africa to somewhere else. False prosperity, suspicion, overburden. Okay, so it doesn't even have to be Africa. Somebody could be of African descent or African American descent or something along South African, what have you. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that somebody could have been catfished. This is like a catfishing thing. Because with false prosperity, suspense, suspicion, responsibilities neglected, vicious person, somebody could have been showing somebody a specific side to them. Like, say if this is like, because we got cyber stalking, like, so say this is somebody you met online or you've been talking to online and they just seem like a specific way, but this person's more of a frenemy. Like, they pretend to be your friend, but they're actually your enemy and they're trying to be a lover too. Maybe, like, that's what it is. You could be older. Like, say, okay, so somebody could be, some older guy could be falling for the okie doke of somebody who's young, foreign, thinks they're beautiful, and da da da. But this person, obviously doesn't have it all together. I'm getting somebody who, it's just a karmic twin. This person doesn't really have everything that they, like, they probably have with violation. They have some type of violations on their record. or they like to violate personal space. We got forged signature, cyber stalking. I'm getting doxing energy. Okay, so over here we have oracles. It gave me a lot of oracles for this pile, like a lot. Out of everyone here, everyone had like at least one, maybe two. Like this one came in legit like 9. I mean 7. I saw 5 and then I was thinking 4, but you know, it's actually 7. So this one actually gave me 7. So I asked specifically, I'm like, is all this all for one person, or am I separating it in a way for the decks that, you know, because I have these message decks. So this is the first pile messages. You have 2 more. Each pile has 3 piles of messages to go through. Okay, so it could all coincide to one whole story of your life, or some of it can coincide and versus some in another message, and then vice versa to the third, or one of them can resonate and none of the rest resonate at all. But what I'm saying is that these ones, each one of these piles represent one of these deck messages. So for this for pile 4, messages deck 1, you have the North Star and ear. So ear. Shh. Listen. Other beings from higher worlds may be screaming at you right now to pay attention, so clear that chattering mind and stop filling your head with clutter. Rest that butterfly monkey brain and offer yourself freely with no expectation in order to have a deep and meaningful communion. Authentic, active listening demands you to be fully in the present. Only then will you be able to open up to the deeper levels of consciousness and the mysteries of the universe. So listen fully with infinite understanding and unconditional love. And then you have North Star. Ooh, I went too far. Okay. The North Star is pointing you in the direction to discover your purpose. You may have felt adrift recently, but it is guiding you to the right course. Beware, however, of being complacent. Don't procrastinate when you get an inspired thought. Act on it straight away. Postponing what you're inspired to do is the greatest obstacle on your path, as tomorrow will never come and you risking losing your opportunity in life. Don't worry about whether you're doing the right thing. Simply listen to the voice of your soul, decide, and act. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. Learn from it. It's better to act and make a mistake than procrastinate and do nothing. Okay? Okay, this pile is speaking in the sense like, because I understand that some of those messages are positive, but I'm speaking to somebody whose karmic is very impulsive and doesn't think things through. They don't have control over their impulses either. So that's a violation of your trust, especially if they're going out cheating. This person probably has a lover. Somebody might drive a sedan, you or they do. Thoroughly check your car before meeting up. If you want to check to see whether or not they've done something, I would probably go through that car to make sure there was nothing in there, so that way whenever they come back, if you do find something, be like, listen, I know that's clarification for you that obviously they were with somebody else in that frame time or that time frame. It could have been on a trip or journey that they're going to. A brother, it can be significant. An older brother, you can be the older person, but it's older sibling. There's the frenemy, the lover, We got forged signature again, like depending on who you're talking to. This person could be somebody who violates a lot of boundaries, including forging your signature and shit. Auspicious occasions, strength, aggression, anger. Scorpio, Aries out here. Aquarius, Sagittarius. But at the end of the day, like everything that they're doing right now is just gonna give them a bunch of like everything that this person is doing to you is just gonna cause. I mean, okay. So if you're gonna go with this person online, okay, if you're talking, might be a warning for you if you're in the process of talking to somebody online. If you deal with this person without fully getting to know exactly who they are, you are going to be left in the Ten of Wands energy, overburdened, excessive pressures, problems soon to be problems soon to be resolved. So at least that's a good thing. Effort to meet a goal, possibly using power for selfish ends. Hopefully, somebody higher up isn't trying to violate violate you, basically. We got travel in reverse. Sagittarius could be traveling. Somebody could be traveling during Sagittarius season or during the 9th. What is 9th? September. Some type of negative change is going to happen during this travel. Again, a karmic twin with the heart being split. Whatever happens during this time of travel is going to cause a really, really painful ending. Also, I'm getting tracking device. When it comes to thoroughly check your car before meeting up, there might be a tracking device in somebody's car. You could be this could be from somebody that you met online. Like say you go meet with them online and they end up putting a tracking device on your car. Check your car to make sure there's nothing in it. Especially if somebody's trying to violation. Maybe somebody's trying to get you to violate your parole by putting something in your car, even though it's not yours. Again, sedan. Okay, 1 second. Literally right here. Air tags, tile tracker are on your vehicle. Yeah. Now, okay. So just so you know, your car can naturally have its own GPS tracking device in its vehicle, okay? It's natural, especially if you have OnStar, okay? Just the FYI. Um, Somebody sounds like they might be doing some type of spiritual work as well. We have your child is having bad dreams because of dark magic. If they are the ones doing dark magic to you and your child and nothing's going on, it's backfiring, and now this is part of their karma. Their child is now the ones having bad dreams because of the dark magic they are using. We have spiritual flies, gnats, and spiders. So if you're not having any more issues when it comes to bugs in your home, they may now have these issues. We have do not trust your mother and or father. Spiritual bath. Maybe you need to take a spiritual bath, or this is what you did and now everything's backfiring. This right here is crazy. We have this out here twice. They go through your mail so you don't get specific mail. And then we also had check your mailbox. And then down here it says they took money and property that was left to you in a will defense now. We also have under ice. Somebody probably was trying to put um, and somebody under ice, or trying to keep something hidden under ice. But obviously, and this is in reverse, and the feds know. So obviously, it's been under it's been pulled out of the water. Okay. We also have the Ursa Tribrid and the All-Seeing Eye in reverse. Somebody could not be, intuitively aware that, maybe they're being watched or whatever, or maybe somebody's not aware that they're being followed, or maybe somebody may believe that they're not being watched and they're not being followed. Maybe this is what's on their car now, because if the feds know and they're tracking their whereabouts, maybe they're the ones that have the air tags and tile trackers on their vehicle so they can watch where they're going. And maybe they don't think that anybody knows what's really going on and they're not being watched, because this right here says the all-seeing eye represents represents the watchful presence of a higher power, signifying that everything is observed and known by the divine entity. Serves as a reminder to live in morality and awareness of one's actions. And it's in reverse. So somebody is obviously thinking that, they're not on someone's radar. They don't think they're on anybody's radar, when in fact they actually are. Um, these are probably parents or something along those lines. It could be anybody. Put it where it needs to go. That went through your mail to make sure you didn't get anything, especially when it comes to a will. They probably, like, this could be a mother or father, or this could be a baby mother or baby father, okay, that put tracking devices on your vehicle or went through your mail so you don't get specific mail. Now this one got PAL 2 here. Alright, so we got Einstein. This card is preparing you for an inspired message from an external source. It may not at first be obvious. It may be delivered by a stranger, but written on a poster and appear in a dream. You may have a light bulb moment, or an idea may come out of nowhere. Do not rationalize this message away by applying reason. Just accept it and say thank you. Know that it is an intuitive download from a higher power that is your best interest at heart. Trust that it is a direct communication from your guides. So this is to let you know, if you think that they weren't on anybody's radar, they are. They're definitely on somebody's radar. Then we have Spiral Galaxy. This card showing you that it's time in your life of growth, expansion, and renewal. Order is emerging from chaos. Oh, see? As reflected in the Spiral Galaxy, don't drag your feet and resist the change that's necessary for you to develop. Stagnancy is like living a fit life in death. The one consistency we all can rely on in life is change. You have been treading water. Perhaps you've been hesitant, unsure of making changes in your life, or fear of making a mistake. Be assured that there is no right or wrong. Whatever decision you make, it's about the journey, not the destination. And growth will ensue from this change. This card is encouraging you to go for it. And then we got time. This card's telling you that your time is now. Stop holding on to the past and obsessing what you did or didn't do. Ruminating on events in the past like you can't change has a damaging and negative impact on your state of mind. When you're trapped in this kind of Groundhog Day mindset, fear will stop Fear will stop you taking chances and seeing openings that present themselves to you. That just didn't sound right. So it's time to change the channel. As such, make a conscious decision to take a quantum leap into your future to create new and positive experiences that will broaden your mind. However, to do so, it's important to pay attention to the here and now, as there's no time like the present. Yeah. So basically, this is saying that, like, if they know and they're not doing anything, like, it's not about dwelling on this. It's all about, like, just stepping forward, like, keep moving forward. What was that movie? The Robinsons. I love that movie. That's a good movie. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this up and put the third direct message out. Oh, in 1 second. Okay, so here's the third one. This one's crazy. All right, so so I don't know. There's a 10 years age gap somewhere. Okay, whether it's between the mother and the father, a baby daddy, baby mama, or between children. Okay, but it looks like a baby mama or a baby daddy tried to dox another baby mama or baby daddy. Like try to gather information on them. Um, but because it's in reverse, it didn't happen. What didn't work? They were trying to gather information. The tarot reader did a reading on you after your session, got jealous, and wanted to harvest their abundance for themselves. Call back your energy. That's wild. So if you had a reading done by a tarot reader and you just got a weird vibe from them, like they just seemed off, or you started feeling off after this read, like not just this read, obviously I would never do that, but I'm just saying this specific reading that you had done, I would suggest to call back your energy, sage, take a spiritual bath, do what you gotta do. It looks like some type of with baby. Okay, so this is another thing. All right, so it looks like somebody has two baby mamas. Okay, this baby daddy is with one of the baby mamas right now and is not with this one. Okay, obviously it's in reverse. So this one they're no longer with. So it looks like there's two baby mamas. The baby daddy of this baby mama is no longer with them. They're within another relationship that they have a child to. Again, unfortunately, though, it looks like this baby isn't his. Put it how it resonates. Okay, but it looks like it's not the baby isn't his. Okay, so with this, you will soon live the life you deserve. It's right in between these two. So if you're on the up and up, right, if you're doing well, this could also be another thing, right? Like, say this is a negative relationship where, like, this baby from this baby mama in reverse isn't really his, but this one that is his, these two that are together, they do have one, that's theirs. Because you see, like, one's written in black, this one's written in red. That could also be in this situation. But I'm just taking it how it's coming out, right? You will soon live the life you deserve. Depending on where you fall on this timeline will depend on depend on your karma. If you're on the side of right, then you're going to get good karma. If you're on the side of wrong, you're going to get bad karma. We also have rapists. Maybe somebody was trying to dock somebody for information so they can send a rapist their way. Whether to rape them for their money, their time, their energy, or just actual the deed. We also, but with the baby mama card in reverse, it looks like it didn't happen. Like they tried, but it didn't work. Okay? Or maybe it did. Again, put it where it needs to go. When you mention about an inheritance being left to you, they lied. Okay? So that's clarification for you as well. It looks like here, there could be a very dramatic player, whether it's a king or a queen, that refuses change, and so they remain in karmic, unawakened. They decided to take the blue pill instead of the red pill, so they woke back up in Wonderland, or they woke back up in their bed and just to live their life like they normally do. Mm-hmm. Okay, or is this player is gonna find out that this baby that they, left everything for, because where it says took a trip and false prosperity and all this other stuff, they thought shit was better somewhere else. And now they're getting a negative change, finding out that that baby wasn't his. Meanwhile, they wanted to sit here and, disclaim 44 on the time when I looked. They wanted to sit here and claim that, you know, they didn't want to put any time and energy to the baby that really was theirs. Okay. We have Tree of Life and Earth. Let's do Earth. You may feel adrift or lost, searching for a place to call home. You may find things that were once meaningful to you now holding little meaning. Like our beautiful planet Earth, you're undergoing a transition and you're struggling to know where you belong right now. Rest assured that these feelings will guide you to what's right for you. Home is placed within. So focus on and respect your own needs right now. Be kind and patient with yourself. Then we have Tree of Life. It looks like pile 5 is going to have to be on its own part 2 because I'm not going to be able to, you know, anything more than 3 hours it cuts off, apparently. Come on. Okay. You have been feeling lonely, isolated, or disconnected, or feeling like no one understands you. This card encourages you to take inspiration from our tree friends by reminding yourself of the strong underground roots that connect and support them. Even though they're not visible above ground, you too have such a support system, even though it's at times it may not feel like it. This card is a reminder for you that there will always be support for you if you look for it. Whether in the smile of a random stranger and the guidance of an otherworldly intelligence. Okay, so at the back of this deck we had Pyramid, because I did the bottom of the deck for each one. Okay, I'm going to try and get through this as fast as I can. This card is a reminder that you're beginning a journey to connect to higher worlds, but you need to go through a period of spiritual cleansing before you can make the transition. So seize this opportunity. Don't be complacent. Set your sights on the tip of the pyramid that points upward toward the other worlds. Your soul is calling you to right now. Keep listening to that inner voice and moving forward. The new worlds are waiting for you. That literally, like this player who's in this dramatic king or king energy is refusing to transform. And if they did, like they will soon live the life that they deserve. But right now they're in their really player Jezebel ways and they're not moving forward out of it. Okay, so let me clear this up real quick. I'll be right back. We got a few more things to do for you guys before we close out on pile 4. Okay. We got Sag, we got Gemini, we got Virgo, double Cancer, we got Aries, Gemini again, double Cancer. We have Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, 2, 9, 11, 18, and 20. We have Tag. Somebody's trying to skip corners. Somebody's trying to skip. They're not trying to do the work, it looks like. They're not trying to do the shadow work. Yeah, they're fixed in their mindset, they're fixed in their ways. But they need to create some type of emotional change within themselves, and then that way they can create their own type of stability. Okay. So with Pluto, that's death rebirth. Some type of masculine needs to make some type of change, needs to, like, what do you call it? They need to deaden their ego and make a change in order for them to step into a more abundant energy. But if they continue this freaking incapacity, imprudence, dispute, or ruin over a woman, impulsive mistakes, conceited fool, simply, like, if this player energy, like, be careful if you are at, like, a party, okay? Be careful of the things you drink. Especially if it's pre-made. got Sagittarius again. We got maybe Aries is out here too. Scorpio as well. Somebody's way of getting money is questionable. We got Sean. Somebody says bruh a lot. Bean. Jeans. Somebody wears jeans. Or somebody's name, it can be Jean. Lenny. Oh, we got OnlyFans out here. Catherine. Kat. Renee. Remy. I'm getting sorry, facials, cum, those type of thing. BRB, be right back. Belle. Shelby. June, Juno. Jane. Ben. Ren. Nellie. Greta. Linda. Belinda. Melinda. Reba. AJ. Jace. Chase. Slum. Slam. We do got Jewish. Jew. Green, brown. Jeff. Flesh. Feast. Feast upon my flesh. I mean, that's literally, like, not literally. That's more of a, you know, sight. Like, feast upon my flesh, you know. It's more of like somebody watching from the camera. What is the karma of pile 4? What is the karma of pile 4? Being told to do it 3 times. Sorry. What's the karma for pile 4? What's the karma for pile 4? Group 1. Group 1, group 1, group 1, group 1, group 1, group 1, group 1. Spiritual jail. Group 2. Group 2. And group 3. Group 3. Group 3. Group 3. Group 3. Woo! Oh, wow. Okay. So we got group 1. You know how I did the little oracles there? Group 1. The karma for them, it looks like spiritual jail or a cage or keeping themselves in a cage. Group 2, we have Fang in reverse. But Fang, I'm getting this as somebody's just going to lead like a very cowardly life. Like they're not going to live. Somebody's going to be let out in the cold because the dogs. Sometimes dogs can get to stay in the house. Somebody's probably not going to be let in the house. Going to be in the dog house. Uh, oh yeah. Okay. So for those in group 3, this person who refuses to change, Jack in the Box Bogart, they're just going to keep meeting people who's just going to, he's just going to have to keep facing their fears. They're going to keep having to face their fears or do cycle after cycle after cycle until they decide they want to change. We got 2 splinters, so somebody could be having some tooth problems. Drumstrag ship. That ship tends to go underwater, so maybe their ships are sinking. Whatever they try to set sail, whatever plans they decide to set sail, tends to sink. The shrunken head. Somebody could be doing the spell work on them instead of you. The shrunken head. The eyes are shut. Their mouth is sewn shut. So they're going to be silenced and they won't be able to see. That's their intuition is going to be blocked off. And then the Hungarian horntail dragon. Apparently, the Hungarian horntail dragon was like the most dangerous of them all, right? So it looks like this guy is just going to be pile number group 3 is going to be dealing with a lot of like, my God, this dude. Whoever's in group 3, this player energy is just going to be going through it. Until this person does what they need to do in order to change, they're going to be going through it. Alright? Okay, so that's what I got for pile number 4. It looks like pile number 5 will be on a part 2 because we're at 2 hours 57 minutes. It shuts off at 3. So I will see you if you don't pick another pile. This was it for you. Like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. If not, I will see you on a different pile. Alright? Love y'all. Bye.